Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur. Now, I have several times complained about Amazon on this channel. I have made it very clear. Amazon.com is the devil. This is the pure symbol of evil in the e-commerce world. And I get a lot of resistance from that, strangely. A lot of people say, oh no, they're not like Uber. They're not evil. They got there through being a good service. They are not humane. Well, let me ask you this, guys. I mean, you can feel whatever you want. That's fine. But what do you think of a company that is so inhumane to its workers that they would actually rather pee in a glass bottle than ask for a bathroom break because they might get in too much trouble? Oh, you think that sounds ridiculous? Well, according to Business Insider, which is a very reputable news source, I want to add, that is exactly what is happening. According to this article, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos may be the world's richest person with a net worth of about $112 billion, but at least some of those working on his warehouse floors are apparently so desperate to keep their jobs, they don't even take time to use a restroom. The author James Bloodworth went undercover at an Amazon warehouse in Staffordshire, UK, for a book on low wages in Britain. He found that the warehouse's fulfillment workers who run around Amazon's massive warehouse gathering products for delivery had a toilet bottle system in place because the bathrooms were too sparse to get to quickly. Quote, for those of us who worked on the top floor, the closest toilets were down 4 flights of stairs, Bloodworth told The Sun. People just peed in bottles because they lived in fear of being disciplined over idle time and losing their jobs just because they needed the loo. Amazon is known to track how fast its warehouse workers can pick and package items from its shelves, imposing strictly timed breaks and targets. It issues warning points for those who don't meet its goals or who take extended breaks. Now, I don't know if it's listed in this article, but for those who are not aware, a points system is basically a record card. You don't want points. When I worked at Disneyland, for example, and I was part-time, not full-time. Full-time, you were given a little bit more leeway. I was given, I could get 25 points before I would get terminated. So if I was late one day, that would be a 1.5. If I called out sick, I could have 3 points on the record card and so forth. I mean, they let you get away with some things because, things happen, but it was a way to keep accurate record of it. And there was a fair amount before you would get terminated, and also a fair amount before there would be, disciplinary action. Do you want to know how many points Amazon employees are allowed? 3. Just 3. So if you're late for work by 5 minutes one day, you get a point. You're late 2 more times, you're fired. Pretty strict. A separate survey found almost 3/4 of UK fulfillment center staff members were afraid of using the toilet because of time concerns. A report released Monday with the survey's findings said 241 Amazon warehouse employees in England were interviewed. The survey anonymously quoted one person saying targets had increased dramatically and I do not drink water because I do not have time to go to the toilet. And yeah, you need to drink water. I don't think that should need to be pointed out, but you need to drink water, especially when you're rushing in a hot warehouse all day long. But they don't want to drink water because obviously that's got to come out at some point, and they don't have time to go to the bathroom because Amazon will not allow them a proper break to do so. Another said, quote, the target grows every year. I do not have 2 more legs yet to make the 100% to pick, where you actually need to run and go to the toilet just during the break. Packing 120 products per hour is terribly heavy. And as someone who has eBay stores, I do have an Amazon store, but I don't put a lot of effort into it anymore. Precisely. It's just shipping a item takes time. At least for me, it does. It takes 2 minutes. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what? 2 minutes for every hour, that would be 30 items an hour, I would say. And Amazon would want me to do 120. Now, granted, they have automation to help with some of that, but that is that's tough. let's see here. You have to pick 2 products per minute. You have to pack 2 products per minute. You do not have time to drink water because you go to the toilet after every evening, sends messages to the scanner with the target, and tells you to hurry. Really, guys? The survey compiled by the worker campaign platforms organized also found that respondents said they felt considerably more anxious after joining Amazon. And I have heard this too. And that's why Amazon's starting to get a little bit more flack for it, because their employees are just scared and they're exhausted, and you're hearing stories about passing off. Heck, this is the company that when a pregnant woman, suffered a miscarriage because she was working at Amazon's warehouse, was put on a probation because Amazon management was concerned that this would affect her ability to work. Yeah, no kidding, it's going to affect her ability to work. Why don't you give her like a few weeks off with a fruit basket saying, hey, we're sorry this happened, take some time off. But no. Hey, you lost a kid. You know what? We're afraid this is going to affect your ability to work, so you're on probation. You better step up your game. Workers say they have been punished for being sick. Another employee said she was ill while pregnant and was still given a warning. And yet another said, I turned up for my shift, and even though I felt like blank, managed 2 hours, then I just could not do it anymore. Told my supervisor and was signed off sick. I had a gastric bug, sickness and diarrhea. Very bad. Saw my doc, got a sick note with an explanation, but still got a strike. Now, I actually do not know what a strike is in terms of how Amazon views it, but I assume it's not good. Amazon disputed the allegations. The company said in a statement to Business Insider, Amazon provides a safe and positive workplace for thousands of people across the UK with competitive pay and benefits from day one. We have not been provided with confirmation that the people who completed the survey work at Amazon, and we... You know what? Yada yada. I can't even read this response. I mean, you can read it in the link below, but basically they're saying like, oh, we've never heard these complaints. And by the way, you know how happy customers are? Customers are very happy when they press the click buy on Amazon. It's like, no. That's a PR move right there. Amazon said it didn't time workers' toilet breaks and set its preference targets based on previous worker performance. Except that the systems that they hire to do this have stated themselves you can time those things. The company also said it provided on-site occupational health and psychotherapy support, as well as legal, financial, and workplace guidance, none of which I guess if that was the case, why do employees never use it? So, yeah, this report is, of course, disheartening, and it does not surprise me one bit. Not one little bit. And this is why I don't shop from Amazon. In fact, the funny thing was I saw years ago a documentary called Walmart, The Cost of Low Prices. And it's on Netflix, I believe. You can watch it still, if I'm correct. And it showed that, yes, Walmart was cheap. It was very cheap. But what are the costs of those low prices? And the costs were staggering. I think someone needs to make a version of that for Amazon. Amazon is cheap. It's convenient. And yet, what it takes to get those really cheap prices is astronomically high and very, very inhumane. And I will not do it. And this is just one of the many reasons I will not shop at Amazon. I mean, you should be allowed to take bathroom breaks. You shouldn't have to worry about drinking water because of how it will affect your bodily functions. And, by the way, it should be noted, Jeff Bezos has been listed the worst boss of the year many times a row by various organizations who look at this inhumane treatment of the employees and how they are pushed to go beyond their limits, and there's no reason to. And just talk to the people at Whole Foods who had a pretty good system in place. They were happy. They worked fine. And yet Amazon comes in and they change the, the inventory system, I should say. And now all of a sudden they're stressed and they're quitting and they're protesting because it's like, hey, what happened? We were doing a good job. Everything was working. why do you need to do this? And it's inhumane. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's inhumane. And this is why I will continue to talk about Amazon as if they are just as bad, if not worse, than Uber. So don't think I'm going to stop just because you like getting your free shipping. But that's where I'm going to leave it. What do you folks think? Do you think this article has any merit? Does it change your view on getting anything from Amazon? Or is it business as usual? I would love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.